Dungeon Doomhands Let's Talk Lore, a podcast.
Let's create an NPC.
I'm thinking an element-related NPC
element
that can affect the weather.
So how about like the weatherman, a weatherman,
The weatherman.
the weatherman who's known for his ability to predict the weather, but no one really knows he's controlling it.
But he lives
Yeah,
out in the boonies because everyone keeps pestering him
yeah.
to know the weather, and he doesn't want to do it anymore.
I'm imagining in my mind when I think about this. What's that child movie? It's like a PG-13 movie with Jim Carrey, and he plays all the different characters, and like the kids' parents die, and it turns out that it's damn, I forgot the name of it. And it's like they go to like the guy's house, and then he's like a lizard guy, and then Jim Carrey's person shows up and kills the lizard guy. Then they go to this other lady who lives in all the way up on a shore, and she has a crickety crackety house that sways.
Oh,
Lemony,
not Jim
Lemony,
Carrey.
Lemony,
It's not. It's
Snickets, Lemony Snickets.
Yeah,
something.
that's Neil Patrick Harris.
Yes. So I'm thinking of like the lady. He lives in like a house that's like barely on
Overhanging
rocks.
the cliff.
Yeah, that's like swaying, isolated.
Yeah.
Let's build that guy. What should his name be, Chris?
Do I want to roll for names, or do I want to be focused on names?
I think we do. And lucky for everyone, I've got our bad boy here, the Game Master.
I'm excited to get that book from my freshly organized bookshelf.
Oh, yeah. And here we go. He's going to be an outskirts guy. This is perfect. I'm going to write weatherman, and we are going to use. I've tried to get in touch with these guys because we use their books so much. We'd love to sell their books and raise money for after-school programs for kids, which I will eventually reach out. They can only say no so much until they respond. So says Shawshank Redemption. Let's see. Outskirts.
So many life lessons from that movie.
All right.
Like, always check behind the poster.
Yeah, and if you need to immerse your players, the description, just anything that Red says in that movie is pretty much is pretty good. Nothing like having some suds in the sun, bottle of suds in the sun.
So outskirts?
Yeah, outskirts. And I'm going to roll for his first name. Here we go.
All right.
2. Kyrell.
Cyril.
Yeah. Kyrell. Yeah. What's his last name? Let's flip the page.
Next page. 6. Cudgel Roar. Cudgel.
Cuddle Roar. Maybe the G is silent. Cuddle Roar.
Cyrus. Cyril.
Cudgel Roar. Cyril Cudgel Roar. No wonder he's a weatherman. That sounds like it, Welcome back to the NBC News. Before we get in,
news.
Yeah.
Cyril Cudgel, our weatherman, Cyril Cudgel Roar. How's the weather out on the coast?
Well, it's sunny again for the 360th day of the year. What's his brief description?
You roll.
Okay, I'm flipping to the next page that's page 205. Ooh, nat 20. You like that? Wearing all black, save for a white orchid pinned to their left breast.
All right, so it's Steve Jobs.
Yeah. And his wants and needs?
Wants and needs 12. Wants to know if you've seen the Yeti
Where's that? Did you say
on the
12?
first page.
Really? Wants to know if you've seen a Yeti?
Yeah. So he's out in the middle of nowhere and he's afraid of a Yeti.
That's very funny. I know where his place should be, sort of in a world building sense. It should
Mhm.
definitely be near the north, right? Or like in the
Yeah.
mountains, like not in the mountains,
Absolutely.
but like near the north off the shore, or something like that.
Yeah.
And his secret or obstacle. I'll go to what page is this going to be? This is going to be 203.
The middle
that's
one.
10. And is possessed. He's possessed by a ghost.
He's possessed by a ghost of a old weatherman.
Of an old Yeti. That's great. And what is he carrying around?
Let's find out. Another 6. 7 silver, 29 gold, expensive gold earrings, and a cracked mirror.
Cracked mirror. Maybe that's why he's possessed.
Mm.
All right, so that's how we make NPCs so far on Let's Talk Lore. Chiral Cudgel from place to yet to be known in our world is a weatherman who's possessed by a ghost. He wears all black with the exception of a white orchid pinned to his chest, and he has a cracked mirror that he carries around for some reason.
Yes.
He lives in a rickety-rackety house.
Do you want to roll stats for the weatherman?
Yeah, I do.
Question.
Yes.
Do we want to roll... Because he doesn't have to be like a
baller.
Crazy baller. So we could go 3d6 straight
I think
up.
3d6 straight up. That's great. Let me get strength, dex, con, intel, wisdom, and charisma. All right. Go for strength.
9.
Okay.
Not bad.
That's it. Was a
Not
weatherman.
bad.
Should be dexterous though. He should be dexterous. Maybe.
Maybe.
Ooh, that's an 8. Constitution?
Well, we'll see. He's been in the weather a little bit. An 11.
Okay. Intelligence. Now, wisdom would be he knows it's going to rain. Intelligence would be like he
knows
inside.
why it's gonna rain.
He knows that it's been humid. All right, another 11.
Okay, not bad. All right, 18. Here we go.
Here
we go. Come on. Another 11.
Okay, so is this guy, so as a weatherman, is he charismatic?
Well, he has to be.
That's pretty funny. So 7, 9. No wonder he's fired. All right, so he's gonna definitely have some sort of item that he can use to.
He's possessed by a ghost.
Yeah.
That's what gives him. He's just some normal schmo who's been possessed by a ghost that allowed him to know the weather or predict the weather.
He's possessed by a ghost that tells him what the weather's going to be.
Yep. A long lost weatherman who only dreams of predicting the weather but has not been able to do so for thousands of years. Finally, someone looked into the mirror he was sealed in, and he's been able to fulfill his lifelong dreams predicting the weather. But this weatherman was so uncharismatic that he was fired from every weatherman job he had and was shunted out to the boonies up in the north.
Yeah, he was sitting one evening. He was sitting in his rickety rackety house on the ledge on the pier, and as the weather blew back and forth, humid air clung to his skin, and a heavy fog rolled into his house, and the mirror cracked. And as he looked into it, dampened footsteps were heard because of the fog. He looked into it, and he saw the ghost. And it told
Behind him.
yeah, and it told him, it's foggy. For the next 24 hours,
Disadvantage on perception.
be careful of, while you're driving your carriage down the road for the next 24 hours, use your fog lights. Yeah, the ghost just warns him of the weather. That's great.
He only knows the weather 24 hours ahead of time and only learns of it by being scared from the ghost about what the weather's going to be.
That's hilarious.
Dungeon Doom Hands Let's Talk Lore, a podcast.